keep falling down on my front porch.
Thank you so much for being able to speak with me, and my apologies that you and I could not, or I should say myself, you, and the band could not get together. It's just been a crazy time. You're getting ready. Are you performing here in Toronto, or just?
Yeah. Yep. No, we perform on Wednesday night at the Great Hall with Hey Ocean out of Vancouver. We're opening for them this tour.
Fantastic. Is this the first time you're performing in Toronto?
No, we've been playing here for the last couple of years. We had our own show at the Rivoli last March. So yeah, we're trying to play more and more in the big city and gather a bigger audience.
Well, we're definitely glad that you are here, and congratulations on the new music too. How does it feel, get some new tracks out there for fans who know you and are now being introduced to you?
It feels really good. It's been awesome to have a product that we're really excited to share with the world, both with our longtime fans and also with new audiences too. And thanks to stations like CBC and Indie 88, they're definitely helping us grow fan bases out of our own community too.
Well, definitely ups to them. They know what they're doing when it comes to Canadian indie bands and helping them put onto the next level, which is so important what they're doing. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to talk too, because you can feel that there's something around with you guys, and it's always about taking steps forward too. But I got to ask you straight up, the name of the band, where did that come from?
That's a question that we're asked quite often as soon as we're no longer on Vancouver Island. So Carmanah is it's an ancient forest on Vancouver Island. It's a provincial park, and it is home to some of the largest Sitka spruce trees in the world.
Wow!
And it's never been logged, which is really, really unfortunately rare. Most forests have been plowed down once or twice or three times or more. So this one particular spot has never ever been logged due to resistance movements by both Indigenous people, environmentalists, community members. So back in the 80s, they protected it from destruction essentially. So it's home to an absolutely vital ecosystem.
Incredible. And you know what? Just the fact that how you described that for me, and thank you for that, that sounds like really the basis of your music. What's going on with the world, politically or, personally. Am I right when I think about that when I hear your music?
Yeah, I love hearing that you're picking up on some of that for sure. It's one of the things that inspires us most as musicians, and also just kind of as artists on tour and people in general. I think it's kind of a mentality that we live by a bit too, and something that we're constantly learning about, improving on in our own actions as well.
How did you guys get together? When did this all start?
The co-lead, the lead guitarist and another songwriter in the band and I started playing together about 7 or 8 years ago. And the rest of the guys have kind of trickled in the last couple of years, and our drummer is brand new.
You guys have opened up for some other big acts in the past.
Yeah, over the years we've gotten to share the stage with a couple pretty awesome musicians. I opened up solo for Katie Lang. That was probably my coolest experience as a musician. Who else have we opened for, you guys? Back in the day we opened for Ziggy Marley. That was a couple years ago now, but that was pretty cool.
Wow. Look, I'm going to jump in. I got to jump in because Katie Lang, I've interviewed her in the past. Fantastic, legend. What is it like for you to be backstage and be able to watch her do what she does better than anybody else?
I tried to answer that and not be cliche because it was just completely, it was just completely surreal. I think I couldn't really believe that I was standing that close to her and her band, because her band is absolutely incredible. So just to watch each individual player, on that stage was just, a really inspiring event to be there and to be that close to them. And the whole show was just so well done And it was 2 nights too, so I got to do it twice.
Oh my goodness, man. Did you have a chance to speak with her? Just curious.
I did, and she was incredibly genuine and very humble, and definitely doesn't carry herself higher than anybody. She was a real human, which was awesome, because you love someone so much as a musician, and you meet them as a person, and they're not that awesome. It can really be, I think, quite a downer, and it can change the way you listen to their music. But the experience was totally opposite that with her, because she was just so wonderful in person. So it made me love her even more.
Speaking of perform, let's talk about Speak in Rhythm. And that's something that you guys are going to be performing here in Toronto and throughout Canada. What is that about? Like, give me a little bit of background in the writing process on this.
Speak in Rhythms came together over a number of years. Actually, we had been writing and recording a couple kind of EPs, and our albums had been a little more DIY. A little more West Coast hippie style. So Speak in Rhythms was kind of the first time we actually put together a collection of songs that I had been writing over the last couple of years leading up to it. And then the guys jumped on board with arrangements and creating parts, and then we started working with producers. We worked with Seth Van Gogh and Werner F. based out in New York, and they really helped us polish off the songs as well. During pre-production, and so yeah, it's a step up for us in terms of a finished product, and maybe a little more radio friendly this time around too. We learned a lot in the production process, so it was a big learning experience, and definitely labor of love.
Is there a single right now that's on radio, and which one is it?
The song Roots has been doing quite well in radio. It made it to CBC #1 spot in their top 20 countdown, which was really cool. That's
Congrats.
April. Thanks.
Could I go somewhere where I can feel the moonshine flow and the sun would be upon me every day? Could I go somewhere where I can feel the moonshine glow and the sun would beat upon me every day?
And that was one of the ones that Indie 88 definitely was playing over the radio waves and Sirius XM too. So Roots did quite well for us, and I think it's still kind of doing some work out there on our behalf. And now our song Nightmare also is on the CBC top 20 list. I think it's sitting at number 8 this week, and Indie 88 is playing that too, and as well as our local stations on the West Coast. I'm just more speaking Toronto based right now, I guess.
Hey, take me home and then lay me down to
And thanks, lots of other great tracks. Crying, Candlesticks, Getting Together, Send It to Me, Another Morning, Long Way from Home, Waterfalling, You Deserve More, and Holidays. When does the rest of Toronto, the rest of Canada, get a chance to hear these songs live? Are you guys, I know, like you said, you're here in Toronto. What other stops you can be doing throughout 2018?
Well, following the show in London tonight and then Toronto tomorrow night, we do Waterloo, Ottawa, and Montreal. And then we head home on November 15th. We do shows in BC, and it looks like Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, Regina, Nelson. So we're throughout the prairies in BC for November. And then I think we'll probably cool it for December because I think our bassist is headed to Poland, so that's the end of 2018 is those dates.
Well, it sounds like you guys are busy, but thanks for being able to make time for us Torontonians.
Our pleasure.
Website, Twitter, all that stuff. Where do we go to follow you?
Carmanah Band is our handle, so CarmanahBand.
Thank you so much for the interview. Please say hello to the guys for me. Sorry we couldn't get together, but hopefully the next time you guys are around in the city, we can do this again in person.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
and have a great show in London, and have a great show in Toronto.
Awesome. Thanks so much for chatting.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.